Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. We have got ourselves two teams here. Of course, I mean, that's normally the case, I guess. But these two teams, they're in their sixth round of the GosuCup. GosuCup Illusion Asia. We're gonna see the 9th in this edition of GosuCup. And we are in round number 6. So that means that this is the last round of day number 1. Tomorrow, the next day, last day, will be a double elimination bracket. Well, today was a single elimination bracket. These teams played 6 rounds today. This is their 6th game. So winning all 5 games before this one, otherwise they wouldn't be able to be here. Vici Gaming, we just saw them struggling up against Brutal, but in the end still able to take the game. Chain Stack, we're gonna see how they can do up against Vici Gaming. I think 2 known names here, 2 known names teams, and it should be a really good match. I'm hoping for just as good match as we just saw, because that was a very strong match, a very fun one to see as well. And I'm hoping for the same one. We're gonna see no IO this time though, because it gets banned out. We also have the OD banned out. It's got it with the Naga Siren and the Life Stealer. Does mean that the Bat Rider made it through though, and that's the first pickup of Vici Gaming straight away. They will be up against the Nyx Assassin, which is a hero that's considered a counter towards the Bat Rider, because he can just walk into the flames with Spike Carapace and Bat Rider will stop. So it's considered a little bit of a counter there. But let's see what Chain Stack wants to pick up next to that Nyx Assassin, because having a Nyx Assassin is great and all, but you want to have something that you can combine him with. Normally that's making him even stronger, and that maybe locks him down into a certain kind of playstyle. Actually, wow, they just forget the Nyx Assassin for a while and pick up the Tinker instead. I like that. We haven't seen that in a while. I have to say though, it's a very early pickup for a Tinker. Already in the second pick, meaning that, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to get banned or picked, but maybe they did. They thought it was, and maybe there are some, like, I like to think this way. Maybe there's some double mind games going on right here. That Chain Stack pick up the Tinker this early to force Vici Gaming to ban out some of the more pushing lineup heroes, while Chain Stack is not even wanting to go for those, but just trying to bait out bans that they don't care about, basically. So, yeah, I don't know. I've learned that that's not the way that people think most of the time. So, hopefully, hopefully there's gonna be something like that. But we'll see. I like a Tinker pickup anyway, because we haven't seen Tinker in a while. I think I haven't anyway. I haven't casted him in a while. I just realized that I misspelled Chain Stack on my title, so I just changed that for a second. Sorry for the distraction. There's a Visage pickup. Another one. This one as a second pickup. Previous game we saw one of the first pickup for the Brutal stack, so Vici Gaming was facing up against it in the previous game, but this time they'll play it. So Visage, strong support, and Bat Rider there as well. I mean, right now, if you look at the lineup of Vici Gaming, I mean, yeah, there's only 2 heroes, so there's not much to say about it, but because of the heroes that they have, you don't really know what they're gonna do yet either. We know that Bat Rider can go off lane, jungle, or mid lane. We've even seen him safe lane if there's an aggressive trial lane. And talking about aggressive trial lanes, Visage is definitely a strong one for that, so that is still an option for Vici Gaming as well. So, very open draft for Vici Gaming, and that means that Chain Stack just have to ban some heroes that they don't want to face, just because of what they are gonna go for. So they ban out the Rubik and they ban out the Anti-Mage. We still have the Shadow Demon in the pool. You can compare that a little bit to the Rubik, I guess, in a way. But yeah, banning out Rubik and Anti-Mage, pretty just standard solid bans. They're good heroes to ban out, but they're not really tailored specifically towards Vici Gaming at this point. We've got a Lone Druid and a Darkseer banned out by Vici Gaming. Chain Stack, they missed their offlane, or they missed their solo lane. And that's what Vici Gaming tries to remove from the pool here. We still have a Nature's Prophet in the pool, by the way. And Nature's Prophet and Tinker in the same team. Oosh. You don't want that. You've got yourself split push all over the place. And one thing that you can do to stop that, one thing that you can do to stop a combination of Tinker and Nature's Prophet, is to try to be more aggressive earlier on. And with an aggressive trial lane, that's definitely an option. But if Vici Gaming now doesn't pick up a Nature's Prophet, I'm thinking Chain Stack, they have to pick it up. They pick up a Gyrocopter. They've got themselves a solid safe laner. With Nyx Assassin there, actually works out okay. It's a good hero to try and save your carry, so they could even put something in the jungle. And I think Vici Gaming wouldn't mind picking up a Nature's Prophet if they have the chance either, so It's gonna be risky. Does Vici Gaming pick up a Nature's Prophet right now? Or are they gonna first pick up a different support to complement their Visage? Or Visage. But Visage. I was always curious to see how Visage was pronounced. When I started casting, or when Visage just came in, I thought it was Visage, which is the French way of Visage. But when he gets picked up, he actually says Visage. So it's Visage. Although I like Visage as well. Anyway, Alchemist gets picked up. Sorry for the slight distraction. But Alchemist gets picked up. Strong carry there as well. I mean, we've seen him all the time. If he's not picked up, he's normally banned out, and vice versa. We're going to have Alina picked up by Chainstack though. Lina and Nyx Assassin. I love this. I love this a lot because you got yourself a trial lane with 2 range. So that's already pretty strong. Next to that, you've got yourself an Impale to set up for the Light Strike Array. I'm worried to see if the Nature's Prophet is gonna get banned out or not. First pick goes to Chainstack right now, so if Vici Gaming leaves it in, there's still an option for the Nature's Prophet to get picked up. Just put Tinker mid, put that trial in there. But yeah, it's a very strong roaming combination as well. Lina, Nyx Assassin, they can just go for some kills, depending on who's mid, of course. If it's Storm Spirit, which at the moment starts to look like it with Storm mid, Batrider offlane, and Alchemist Visage with a trial lane and something else that's still left to be picked up, for which the Shadow Demon is now banned out. The one that I mentioned earlier can be compared to the Rubik in terms of saving people or setting up for things. But I actually, like, Alchemist already can be his own setup, so there could be a Leshrac for Vici Gaming that's still very strong. But what I was saying is that Lina and Nyx Assassin, I like those, and I still hope for the Nature's Prophet on the side of Chainstack.
Reserve time.
Come on, Vici. Of course, their job is to ban out the Nature's Prophet, unless they still want to have a chance to pick it up. Because I mean, in theory, it could still pick. They could still pick that. They have got a dual lane. Visage Alchemist could survive. Batrider in the jungle, put something else in the offlane, or put something else in the jungle with Batrider on the offlane. It's still a possibility for them. But Chainstack has first pick. No Nature's Prophet banned out. I'm actually quite surprised just that he made it through this far, because he is such a high priority target for a lot of teams lately. But he's just completely ignored up until this point.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Both teams may be expecting to be able to sneak him in. Well, full minute left, or was left, for Chainstack when they started on this last pickup, and they don't even, like, even if they already know what they're gonna be picking up, they might just use their time to decide how they're gonna lane things, how they're gonna run things, who buys what, how they expect Vici Gaming to run things. I did change my description below my title already, I think. You can just refresh and you should be able to see the right one.
Radiant team.
Dragon Knight. Well, I'm disappointed. Still though, Dragon Knight. This means that this Tinker might be going on the Ancients. And then Dragon Knight will just be the one to be mid. And Bane picked up by Vici Gaming. That's one of those supports also that can set up for things. I mean, Nightmare, you can run towards the target, you can charge up your Unstable Concoction, you can have Visage coming in. Hell, if Batrider is in the jungle, you can have him coming in as well. Should be possible. Well, let's see who's playing what, who's going where, and if we're gonna have indeed a Tinker going on the Ancients. I think he is. Come on.
Remaining.
Come on, people. Pick up your hero.
5 seconds remaining.
There we go. Thank you very much. So let's see what we have here. Dire side. Chainstack. Team that made it through 5 teams, obviously. They don't have an Ice Frog, but they've got a Fire Frog. I'm just gonna check for a second which teams they beat, if we know any of those. They beat Mengsky Net. They beat Flawless. They beat Ostihawk. They beat, I don't know. That's actually their name. And they beat Say No to Choke. Well, that's a lot of unknown teams for me. But we're gonna see who's playing what. Johnny will play the Dragon Knight. It will be KO playing the Gyrocopter. Jiggle will be playing the Alina. Jiggle stand-in, but I think it's just Jiggle. Legendary on the Nyx Assassin. Smooth will be on the Tinker. And I feel like I'm forgetting someone. But I guess I can't count to 5 properly because I just introduced 5 players. Awesome! Let's take a look at the Radiant side. Vici Gaming making their way through the previous game, which we did see, which was up against Brutal, which was a very fun game to watch. So if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because it was great. With FY, we'll be playing the Bat Rider this game. In the mid lane, we have CTY on the Storm. No surprise there. ZSMJ will play the Visage as a support, as we have seen him play more often, before International actually. Fenrir will play the Bane, and Tutu will play the farming hero once again. This time he's an Alchemist. Invisibility Room for the Nyx Assassin. They saw him picking that up though. I think they at least know that there is one of those. There is an Invisibility Room, so FY will start out in the jungle. And I can't help my curiosity, but there's 17 things being shared today. Well, look at all these. Oh. Look at all these. Awesome. Well, if anybody doesn't like this overlay, then let me know. I'll change it back to default. But I kind of like it. 17 things being shared. That's a lot. That's really a lot. Anyways, let's take a look at this mid lane, because this is going to be the only lane that people actually meet each other. I mean, Tinker is doing Ancients. We have we have Bat Rider in the jungle. And that means that Johnny and CTY will be the only ones actually meeting each other. Now the thing about a Storm Spirit is at the start of the game, he'll actually not do that much in terms of he doesn't have an escape mechanism. But neither does Dragon Knight. And look at this harassment already going the way of CTY. Johnny sitting on 2 last hits. He has of course last hits using his Dragon Breath, and he will get a bottle for that at some point. CTY also building towards a bottle at some point, but he actually got pulled quite a lot. He went for a nil talisman, then got pulled some regen, so he goes for that early harassment, and actually he has to run right now. Smooth comes in to try and help Johnny get that first bottle up very fast. And Johnny needed that. He only has 2 tangos left.
Denied.
And last hitting wise, he doesn't get that much either. Well, CTY is already an 8 for 1. Meantime, ZSMJ and Fenrir, they should be able to just farm freely in their jungle and get ahead that way, and that will mean that there is a battle of supports. Battle of supports. Yeah, battle of supports, because both of the support duos don't have a camp blocked for them, so they're just pulling and stacking against each other in a way. So leveling is going to be very important, of course, for the heroes on themselves. You've got yourself a Bane that you want to have at level 6, and a Nyx Assassin, and Lena, and actually every single hero has a very powerful level 6. You've got Laguna Blade, Familiars, Vendetta, and the Fiend's Grip as well. So 4 level 6 abilities that you really want to have on your supports as fast as you possibly can. So that battle is definitely going to be one to keep an eye on. And on top of that, if this mid lane doesn't result in any kills, which in theory it shouldn't, because in theory neither of these should die, then those level 6 supports will be the ones to make a difference in terms of ganking. Of course, before that these two will already be level 6, and when these two are level 6, they will be able to kill each other off. One with a Dragon Tail and one with the Ball Lightning. Question is, who gets level 6 first? At the moment it looks like CTY will be that one.
Denied.
Look at the experience difference already. For now. For now. We'll change around very soon though. Boots picked up by the Storm Spirit. He doesn't care about a ball just yet. Sorry, cat. Sorry for cat sounds. Shh. Johnny sitting on 7-4-1 last hits. In the meantime, of course, we can also look at Tutu farming here. And he is on 24-8. We can compare him to the Gyrocopter, who's on 24, so we're 25 to 11. So KO just getting slightly ahead. And we actually have a rotation from supports. Visage and Fenrir came in to try and do something in the mid lane, but Tinker was there and actually revealed the smoke upon the Visage. Fenrir's still smoked. But by himself, I'm not sure if he can actually get himself a kill. Maybe if CTY hits level 6, then they can go. But just a nightmare and a brain stab might not be enough. Very tanky hero actually. They come in. There's a nightmare. In comes also the Visage from the other side. CTY has got a vortex, buying some more time for Visage to be there. There's the slow. They can get this. They can do this. It's a first blood going the way of ZSMJ's Visage. I should not be so doubtful. Smooth comes in to take the experience away from him. He is still level 1, by the way. His ancient stacking has not been going well because it was countered. We do have the counter word that countered. The counter word almost gone though, but yeah. He is now able to stack and pull again, but he is still level 1, now level 2. And he's not going very fast, for sure.
Tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meantime, on the bottom lane, 2-2 actually pushes out the lane slightly. Level 6 for him as well. He's got that chemical rage up, and he realizes this is a farming battle, so he picked up a Hand of Midas and should be there for getting ahead. And normally, of course, alchemists already get ahead on net worth because they are having that grievous greed. But now also with the Hand of Midas, they should be even getting ahead even more. So.
Denied.
Oh, never mind. Hand of Midas for the gyrocopter. It's on. The heavy guns come out. It's tough though to try and get a farming battle up against an alchemist. Alchemist should always win. And therefore, if Gyrocopter actually ends up winning, that's gonna be a big deal. Rider. Level 5, 25 last hits for him. Of course, he was in the jungle, so we can't really look at his last hits that much. Impale misses. But the support duo, level 4 and level 3. Let's take a look at the other two. Of course, they were involved in the kill, but that did cost them a bit of experience in the jungle because they had to rotate, and they're both still level 3, so they're a little bit behind compared to the supports of Chain Stack. But are slowly getting there as well, though. Rider wants to have his Blink Dagger at some point, so farm is important, but for now he sits here trying to defend the tower. He's gonna lay down some flames should the push come on in hard. And he'll pull the creep wave back with that. And actually, in comes Storm. They want to try and get a kill here. Gyrocopter has got a cooldown. In comes a Nightmare. In comes CTY as well, though. Let's see what they can do. Gyrocopter already dead before the fight started. Spike Carapace already used. Legendary gets lassoed and gets killed off as well. No hope for him. 2 kills going the way of Vici Gaming. Chain Stack. Starting out on the back end of things, being the ones that get killed off first. Because Vici Gaming the ones to throw the first stone. In the meantime, still Tinker trying to do what he can. He's in a lot of trouble though. He's got chased down by 2-2. In comes a 4-second stun. That should be Smooth going down. ZSMJ will kill steal that with a soul assumption. But kill is a kill 4-0. And Storm makes his way back towards the base as well. Got a little bit of harassment in the mid lane coming out from this Nyx assassin. But Vici Gaming getting ahead for sure. 4-0. On top of that, you can compare the Tinker to the Rider, and the level difference is so clear. One thing that is different for the Tinker though is that when he gets his boots of travel up, he'll still be that big of a nuisance as he was otherwise, but he still has to get that up, and for now he's not getting that. He's gonna get stunned and killed again. This time Alchemist is the one to be getting the kill. As 2-2 will tank up the tower so that ZSMJ can get himself out of here as well. I mean, the regen is there for the Tinker, or for the Alchemist actually. He still has got the regen there. He's got the tangles, got the healing self. In the meantime, Storm Spirit goes down on the top lane. Actually almost kills off KO before he dies, but KO did not die in the end and is able to go back home. This might actually hurt him a little bit more though. As in, he has to go walk back all the way to base and then walk back towards the lane. It's actually a pretty long journey, but at least Nyx Assassin is able to get himself some extra farm while he is away. But Storm at least breaking the chain, because he was the first kill. Here comes a Nightmare. Here comes a Rider as well, looking for a lasso. They'll get him. TP incoming from the Lina is gonna be too late right here, but can they actually take down the Dragonite here? I don't think so. Light Strike Ray up on Fenrir. Dragon form still in there for Johnny. Hasn't used it just yet, but 3 stacks of sticky napalm, and he doesn't want to turn around and fight. It's too risky, especially with CTY back on the board.
Dire's bottom tower
Tinker able to deny the first tower to go down. Good job for him, but he is still very far away from anything that he wants to achieve, aka boot to travel. He's gonna be needing his team for some extra support for that. And who's he gonna ask? Who's he gonna ask for? Dragon Knight. He is the one that should be able to do something. In the meantime, we do have Vortex though. It is the Gyrocopter that already goes down. CTY in a lot of trouble. Will try to rock himself out. In comes the Dragon Slave. Not enough though. Ball lighting away. CTY out of mana, but so far so good. Still has got some bottle charges. Nobody else died but the Gyrocopter. And the Soul Assumption once again getting it done. We have got Visage now. 3-0-1 has been involved in 4 out of the 6 kills. ZSMJ making it happen. Fenrir also not dying just yet. 0-0-3. In the meantime, Johnny, I'm still waiting for him to be the one to make a difference here for Chain Stack. He is the one to turn into Dragon form and go kill stuff. Basically that. And with go kill stuff, I basically say like Lina and Nyx Assassin might be level 6 at that point. You got a Dragon Tail, you got an Impale, Light Strike Array. 3 solid disables, and yes, Light Strike Array is a solid disable if there is a Impale and a Dragon Tail right there, so I think it has a lot of potential. They just have to bring it to rotation at some point, and it's all dependent on Johnny. No pressure. Maybe he wants to have his treads before he does anything though, that wouldn't be too bad. But it might be too late when that happens, because we already have the familiars hanging around. Got a rotation in from ZSMJ with Fenrir here as well. CTY is still on the bottom lane actually with an Invis rune. Won't be able to find anybody though because Tinker is all the way up to the tower. Actually, he might just be wanting to go for him just in case, or just regardless of tower or not. He can ball lighting himself in and he should be able to, I think he might be able to survive that. He's not gonna try. It's nighttime, he didn't see it just yet. Smooth, just has to show himself. That's all it needs to be done. And he comes. Wants to do it. There he goes. And the Vortex. That's gonna be one dead. Tinker. CTY should be able to get himself out. Oh, Tinker's still alive. And actually, Impale misses. Legendary comes in to save the day. No more mana left on CTY. He still has 2 bottle charges though. And he uses them. Uses stick charges as well. Runs for his life. In come the rockets. The hit still goes. Smooth still living. CTY gets another Impale in the face. In the meantime, Lina goes down in the mid lane. We're following this one though. Won't be turning into a kill. Will be a kill only on the mid lane. Only Lina to go down right here in the flames. Lasso being used for that one. But Tinker lives. They do give up the tower for it, but it's not even that bad for his chain stack. Just as long as the Tinker lives to try and get his boot to travel up. That's the most important thing. Shadowblade now up on 2-2, allows him to be a bit more active in the fights as well. 2-2, whose net worth is quite high. The Gyrocopter was trying to catch up, trying to keep up, but he's 3k behind right now. I mean, maxed out, Grievous Greed almost anyway, 3 levels on that one, 2-2. Just farming away, been involved in 4 kills even as well. Goes for the last tier 1 tower standing on the map on the side of Chain Stack. And the smoke up for Chain Stack to try and make something happen, to try and make a change. Tinker not included in the smoke, he's gonna be the bait. But they're on the wrong side of the map at the moment, as in Chain Stack is not gonna be getting a fight just yet because Vici Gaming is all on top lane trying to get something there, trying to get the person that comes in to try and defend the tier 2 top. FY is the only one here. Maybe that's exactly what Chain Stack wants though. Just get 1 kill. Just 1. Would double their amount of kills this game. And would be an important target as well. I mean, the Blink Dagger's already there on FI, so it's gonna be tough for him to them to take this. They need to be able to get up with an Impale. The Blink Away is there though, and he should be able to stay alive. TP's come in. This might be a turnaround. Chain Stack already Impales up on 2-2. They take him down, nicely done, before he could end up stunning someone. In comes CTY though, and Lasso as well. Vortex on one, Lasso on the other. Keo already dead. No gyrocopter there. Fiend's grip up on Johnny, but he's able to get himself away. Nightmare only on the familiar. Misclick by Fenrir. Johnny gets himself out. Buyback from the gyrocopter, and this should be Chain Stack backing out. In comes a blink. But right, not done just yet. CTY could be going in. Has another vortex in just a second. They come to center word. Impale. That's gonna be Bane dead. A vortex up on Johnny, who gets picked up by the Visage. That's gonna be another kill added for Vici Gaming. But 3 kills now in total for Chain Stack, so they got 2, lost 1. 2, lost 2, and got himself a buyback of the gyrocopter. So actually, not a good trade for Chain Stack at all. Losing their 2 most valuable heroes and buying back on one that was already behind on net worth. Look at the net worth change because of that buyback. 3 heroes of Vici Gaming on the top 3. Bedrider is higher in net worth than the free farming Hand of Midas Alchemist. Oh, sorry, gyrocopter, not Alchemist. ZSMJ building towards the mechanism for his team. Pretty close as well, as at least already got the buckler. He wants it. Smoke up for Vici Gaming. Want to keep on the pressure. They've got that lasso up again in 7 seconds. It's gonna go into Vendetta though. The smokes are broken. They know where they are. In comes the Impale. No, Spike Carapace only though. Impale up on Fenrir. Dragon Slave as well. That should be Fenrir going down, but actually the cooldown. A lot of damage being done. Fenrir with the death, the only one so far. Nightlight Strike Array. We still have the last 2. We still have the blink. But this time, oh, he still wants to go for it. Goes for KO. Soul Assumption comes in for the low ground, and KO will end up going down. Unstoppable Visage, as Tutu ends up stunning himself. But unstoppable on ZSMJ. He's been an 8 out of the 10 kills, 6-0-2. Of course, I mean, last hitting is fairly easy with the Visage, with the Soul Assumption, but still pretty impressive. In the meantime, on the top lane, Storm able to kill off Tinker by himself. Tinker still, well, actually, wait a second. Dragon Tail up on CTY. Doesn't have any mana anymore. Can't really get away. Will be going down here. That's going to be a kill. Going the way of Chain Stack, something that they desperately needed. And one thing that I want to point out, because Tinker might be dead, but his boots of travel are purchased. So that means that Chain Stack can now start playing. They can start doing actually things that they are built to do. Of course, it's not really easy, and Storm is a counter to Tinker for sure, because he can just be anywhere on the map in no time. But it's a start. It's definitely a start. 2-2 in the meantime, building for BKB. We've got the gold graph going 12k in favor of Vici Gaming. Experience graph 7k the way of Vici Gaming. Looking pretty solid for them. But it's not over just yet with that Tinker just getting his boots of travel. We'll see what kind of difference it makes. If Chain Stack can't get back, or at least can't get even in the game in the next 5 to 10 minutes, it's gonna be over for them. That gyrocopter is gonna be way too big to deal with, and then you have an alchemist as well. I mean, oh, in comes a stun up on only one. I only mean alchemist, by the way. Wow, brain fart. There goes a gyrocopter. That's the first one down. Fiend's grip up on the Lina. Lina dead as well. Double kill for ZSMJ. And of course, I mean a fat alchemist, not a fat gyrocopter, because gyrocopter's not fat at all. Johnny gets lassoed back to the enemy squad with you. But no triple kill for ZSMJ. The SMC2Y steals the kill. I can't really call it stealing though. He's going for an Orchid. No surprise there. Just silencing up anything that you see. I mean, it's strong against every single target that there is on Chain Stack. Vici Gaming keeping the pressure alive.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
2100 gold in the hands of the alchemist. Trying on for the Roshan. Chain Stack, they know this is going on. They've got that ward up the high ground, but they can't really do anything against it. Though apparently Vici Gaming thinks they can. They've got this ward here, so they know that Chain Stack is close by. But they're not gonna follow on. They're not gonna follow suit. You're fighting in Merchant of Machines is still something that you can't really do. No matter how far behind the Tinker is, he's still got a level 4 full Merchant of Machines. And he's gonna take down the Ancient Stack now as well, together with Johnny, so he'll have to share. But it's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna be a nice batch of experience as well, because at the moment Tinker is actually level 8, which is almost the lowest level in the game. 3 heroes of Chain Stack are on the bottom 3 of the levels. 2 level 8s and a level 7. Well, there's only 1 level 8 on Vici Gaming, and the next highest after that is level 10. That's a big difference, and that's kind of scary for Chain Stack. Especially since those level 11s actually mean a lot. I already talked about the level 6s of the supports. Of course, level 11s therefore also very important. And they almost have them, or at least Familiar's almost level 11. We already have the Bat Rider with the level 11. Everybody else also just the 2 supports, but they're close by. KO starting to build up towards his BKB. Something that Johnny cannot even dream about just yet. He dreams about staying alive for now. Storm Orchid complete. FY building towards the 4 staff, almost has it done. Let's see if we can find some new sparkly items. We already knew that the Visage had that Medallion of Courage. Of course, that's the start of trying to go for Roshan and BKB up for Tutu. He has it in his inventory as well, so that will mean that he has it ready for this gank incoming. In comes the Impale, but the BKB already turned on. In comes the stun, and they look for kills. Double Unstable Concoction. It is Legendary that goes down first. And it will be Johnny that will try to run for his life. Last 2 in the meantime up on the Lina, who gets a nice light strike array though. And this is going well. This gyrocopter is cleaning house already. 3 down. 2 down. 2 supports down. But they only lose a Nyx Assassin and get 2 supports in return. This is a great fight for Chain Stack. But it's not over just yet though. Tutu actually gets a Dragon Tail in the face. Now maybe GTY comes in. Johnny goes down, but as does a Storm Spirit, and KO not done just yet. In comes the Bat Rider back in again. A stun hits, no kills just yet, but the TP comes in. Rockets fly, looking for a pickup, looking for FY. FY does not die just yet though, and he should be able to get away with that Blink Dagger that he has. And it feels like an even trade, but at this point trading even is a win for Chain Stack because they weren't doing that before.
The formula for perfect health.
1500 gold still in favor of Vici game, but you can see that it's starting to even out. As in, not really even out, because even out would be at 0, but as long as Chain Stack can hold their own, they are getting ahead. I mean, that's something that they can do. They can hold on very long. They have a lot of split push coming out for them. Gyrocopter and Dragonite, definitely not the weakest duo core lineup. Wow, that's gonna be 1 dead Nyx Assassin, or Light Strike Array might help. Nope, doesn't help at all. And that's gonna be 1 dead Nyx Assassin indeed. But you gotta remember, if Chain Stack can hold on while being 15k gold behind, imagine what they can do if they start taking down some towers, if they get some extra gold to their own name. I mean, right now, there's no towers down whatsoever on the side of Vici Gaming. That's all gold left for pickups should Chain Stack keep themselves in this game. And because of the way Tinker works, at some point the creeps will get the tower if the game just lasts long enough. Roshan once again attempted by Vici Gaming. This time they know that they're Chain Stack, they counter-warded. And they know if someone comes in, they've got it all covered. Illusion helping out. And Bat Rider checking just in case. Storm Spirit with the Aegis. It's a logical choice. Means he has to be, or he's able to burn twice through his mana bar.
Here I am.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortification. This might actually be the first tower for Chain Stack. If Tinker is gonna get aggressed on, there is 4 people standing by. It's nighttime, they don't see them. But they think it's a trade. Vici Gaming goes for a trade. They take down the tier 2 bottom instead.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It's not a bad, like, okay, it's a tier 1 for tier 2, you know, number-wise, it's not gonna go well for Chain Stack, but it's actually nice to have them get some extra gold. Their opponents are ahead on gold anyway, so what's one more tower where you can at least get yourself some extra gold to get your core items up. So that's an important thing to note there. As the mechanism keeps Vici Gaming up, they won't be able to go into the high ground here because that Tinker is just way too annoying. Maybe they don't care about the Tinker. We'll see. Slow push here going on. Ball lightning in comes the Vortex up on the Gyrocopter. BKB turned on there. BKB also turned on by the Gyro though. In comes the cooldown, misses everything. Tower still standing. Tinker already spamming out his March of the Machines. And with the BKBs on cooldown, we still have the Bad Rider by the way with the last two and the Force Staff, so they can still try to pick someone off. If they find themselves a Tinker and they are able to kill off the Tinker, it might be game. And actually, they go for the Gyro again, but this time CTY comes in way too far. Fiend's Grip up on the Gyrocopter. He's almost dead. He does end up going down. CTY back up alive. His Aegis, of course, keeping him up. In comes the Dragon Tail up on CTY again, who does go down, but at least he takes down the Nyx Assassin with him. And down goes the Dragon Knight as well. Visage able to get the Soul Assumption going once more. We have got a Sun up on Lina, who ends up going down as well. Only Tinker left alive in this. Visage able to go down. Blocking in the March of the Machines, not something that you should be doing. Getting hit by towers, neither. Buyback for Lina. Let's see how far they can get. And Fenrir goes down, that's tower. And sending in March of the Machines, but something that you shouldn't be doing, as I said. But the tower still stands, barely, but stands. Next time the push comes, it will be the tier 3 tower dead. Ball lightning in, looking for a target, but Legendary already backed himself out to safety. Level 16 for the Alchemist in the meantime. He's got himself his Assault Cuirass. Screwed is ready, he just needs the recipe for it. See if we can find some new items. We have a BKB being built by the Bane. Yes. BKB built by Bane, I know. $1,500 gold on the Storm Spirit. Let's take a look at what the Dragon Knight's building, because we know that he was behind for a while. He died 5 times. Still building towards his BKB by the looks of it. It's gonna be a very late one though. We'll see how much he can still contribute to fights. Right now he's just a walking dragon tail. And don't get me wrong, his dragon form is still quite powerful, but it might just not be enough. And Gyrocopter with BKB already there. Let's see if this Legendary can find something with his Vendetta. He won't be able to solo kill anything, but he will at least be able to scout out where everybody is. Last outer tower standing on a set of chain stack. Don't think it will be standing way much longer because chain stack, they know that they can't defend that and they need to defend their Rex instead. And if they would lose their tier, or if they would fight near their tier 2 and lose there, they would lose way more than just their tier 2. So they could just give it up and go into their base to wait for Vici Gaming to come in. Wait before they go. Smoke up for Fenrir. Also smoke up for more of Vici Gaming. FY is still smoked up as well. He's just waiting for something to see. Waiting for someone to see. They saw him though. One blink lasso is all it takes. Especially on Tinker or Gyrocopter. Those are the 2 most important targets. And he gets one. But he gets Johnny. Can he get him to the low ground? Yes, he can. In comes the stun. Down goes Johnny. That's one down. BKB's turned on. Cooldown already down. CTY still alive for now. Gets himself away though. KYO running for his life. Will be a living Gyrocopter. Lina still ended up going down in the midst of all of that. Victory for Vici Gaming, or at least for this fight. Fighting into the March of the Machines right now. Apparently they don't care. They just really want to have this tier 3 tower. Familiars will do the job. Half down for the tower, halfway down. BKB almost ready for the storm. Knowing that all the damage that he just got could have been prevented by just having a BKB. Ball lightning in, looking for a vortex. CTY though can't get Keo just not in time. Alchemist stun also not happening.
Dire's top tower.
Haste room still there. Blink lasso. Get anybody that you can. It's the Lina. Lina again. Well, that's a bit sad. But at least it's a Lina. Like, it could have been worse if it was a Tinker or the Gyrocopter. But at this point, I mean, Vici Gaming, they're not breaking the base just yet, but they're at least making sure that Chain Stack cannot form anywhere on the map. They're just getting starved right now. BKB done. And even though, yeah, this is just starving. Look at this gold graph. Going towards a 25k in favor of Vici Gaming. They still can't break the base, but Chain Stack, even though they're defending, they're not able to farm more than all the creeps that are coming into their base. It's just kind of sad. They can't do anything. Marching machine spam. That's something they can do. Going for a hex on the Tinker. Will take some time though. 800 gold to go. In a little bit. And it all depends on when Vici tries again. When are they gonna try for high ground? Are they gonna wait for the Roshan to be there? Which might be a legitimate thing to do here. SMJ going for a pipe next. Mechanism and pipe just to stay alive long enough to take down everybody even while you're standing in the marching machines. It won't block all the damage, of course, but it will block some. Especially with the cooldown there as well. And it's just holding on for now. Let's see if they're gonna go again right now. Basher now also ready up on the Alchemist after his Assault Cuirass was ready. A couple of hits on the tower. It's a very slow push this. It's very excruciating for Chain Stack. I mean, it's like what can they do apart from just wait for pending doom? At this moment, or Vici Gaming, they've got this in the pocket. They know it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 3 tower. Almost dead. 2-2 gets it. Goes for Rex next. BKB turned on by the Gyrocopter. They need to go in, but this is Vici backing off. Knowing that the BKB is popped, they might try to go right now when the BKB runs out. That's right now. So the next creep wave. BKB down on Gyro. Why not go in? Tinker back to base to try and get some more mana. In comes the fortification. Blink last 2. They get the Dragon Knight. Johnny already dead. Light Strike Array. Or sorry, cooldown comes down. Johnny goes down, as does the Lina. Gyrocopter gets picked off, and down goes the Rax, or should be, but that Martian machine still hurting CTY quite a lot. And Rax actually still standing for now. Gyrocopter buying back. Vici Gaming, look at their HPs. Oh, in comes the Impale up on 3. You wanted to try and get a quick kill, quick fix. No can do. CTY with a kill. More March of the Machines. This is the most annoying spell for Vici Gaming right now. They need to kill that Tinker. They really do. Nice deny on the Rex, but the Rex down nonetheless. This moment Tinker is getting more mana in the base, so they could do this. GG.
Dire's top tower
GG.
is under attack.
Chain Stack, they know that they can't defend this. A very anticlimactic ending, I have to say, but I don't blame them. It's just hopeless. They get destroyed here after having a previous game, Vici Gaming versus Brutal, which once again you should check out. Compared to this one, it's very anticlimactic. Anyways, that's it for GosuCup, Neolution GosuCup. It's for today. Tomorrow they will continue on 10 AM CEST time. I want to give a shout out to Amazing Man for being amazing. So other than that, no shout outs. And if you want to follow and support me, of course you can do that by liking, subscribing, following. I think the other one's also following. So that's all on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And all under the same name of Shiver Gaming. So I'll probably play some matchmaking, because I'm not done with Dota just yet. Anyway, stick around for that and I will be right back.